What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Liverpool in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final, and then Portimonense in the league. I'm not going to say two must-wins. Portimonense is definitely a must-win. If we have any chance of winning the league, we have to win that match, and Benfica have to drop points. They have still yet to drop any points. We are still 4 points behind them. It's not looking likely. Their last two games aren't super tough. The game coming up is actually after our game against Portimonense, so we won't quite know on the same day. But they play Belenenses, who aren't a bad team, and it is away from home. So if they're ever going to drop points, that's the one to do. I mean, the one I hoped they would drop points in was this Rio Ave match. That's the toughest competition they had in this last little run. They did win, but it was in the 85th minute, which is kind of frustrating. They just steal 3 points. It's not looking good. 2 games left. They have to drop points in both. Chavez, they're in 11th, so they're not a terrible team, but I'm pretty sure they're also newly promoted. So, Benfica should be throttling them in a game they have to win the league, if they even drop points in a Belenenses match, which is unlikely. So, a league title for the third consecutive year is looking pretty unlikely, but we are 2 games away, 2 extremely tough games, but 2 games away from a Champions League final. And we're in a chance with another trophy. We're still in the Liga Portugal. We're in the final for the second straight year. We did play the semifinal off camera. We only played 2 games. One at least must win. We had to beat Vizela, and we did, but it was not convincing. 3-2. It should have been so much more, but they actually took the lead in the 11th minute. We equalized in the 21st. They took the lead again. We equalized again, Soren left from the penalty spot. And of course, it's Daryl DK getting the eventual winner. And they had a sending off pretty soon after that, so after that it was pretty smooth sailing, but we just destroyed them. I think we had 4 XG. They had 1. So it should have been a lot more convincing than that. They were lucky to even be in it, but still not encouraging. Then a much better result. Maritimo, a game I didn't really care about. We had a deficit. We lost 1-0 at home in the first leg. But I didn't play a single starter. I think Sousa's the only starter that played. And we actually won 3-0. Thiago Tomas had his best game of the season. Gets a hat trick in the first 18 minutes. A 9.9 rating. And we beat Maritimo to get to a Taça de Portugal final. It is going to be against Benfica, which sucks. But yeah, obviously it's a competition we've already won. So we don't have to win it again. I'd like to. But yeah, the fact we were able to get the win with the full backup squad is pretty encouraging. But now we have to play Liverpool. It isn't home. This first leg isn't home, but Liverpool are freaking good. Fortunately, looks like they're going to be missing both Andrew Robertson and Salah. So those are 2 pretty big losses for them. I think they'll be able to cope, but we're going to be without Mateus Nunes. We've done all right without him in the team, so I think we'll get by okay. But yeah, the squad we've got for this match, I'm going to make a few changes just because it's Liverpool. But in terms of the lineup, it's going to be pretty standard. Sesko and Sorloth up top. They've both been fantastic this season. Nuno Santos is actually going to start in midfield because we actually have another injury. Pedro Gonçalves picked up a knock 2 days before the game, and he's not fit to play. So we're going to be without Pedro Gonçalves. And the change I decided to go with, because we're already down a midfielder with Mateus Nunes being injured, I dropped Tabata back to that Mazzala role. He can play in center midfield slightly. And I think Mazzala's role is actually going to be really good for him. I think he can play that role very well. So he's going to drop back to that role. Nuno Santos is going to come in at attacking midfield. I felt it make more sense than going with a midfield of Ugarte and Bergança. Santos has been a better player than either of those 2 players this season. So this is what I think the strongest squad we can put out is. Polina, of course, in defensive midfield. Bergman Johannesson, back from his injury, playing a left back. Aguilar, Ruan, Inacio, Souza. Bench, kind of to be expected as well. Caceres, Escaio, Dyer. Simmons comes in next to Bergança. And Guilherme Santos, who hasn't got a whole lot of game time this year, but he's pretty dang good. And he can actually play that attacking midfielder role pretty good as well. He only has 5 tackling, so he might actually be better there. But he's going to be our backup attacking mid for this match. And, of course, Daryl DK, the ultimate super sub, is going to be on the bench. 7.88 in his last 5, and he's not gotten a lot of starts. 19 goals. The amount of goals we've got from our 3 top strikers, 23, 20, and 19. Pretty dang good. And Tomas has 13, so it's not like he's been awful either, because he hasn't got a whole lot of game time. But it is time to play Liverpool. The changes we're going to make, I think I'm still going to start balanced. I thought of starting cautious, but we are at home, so I want to be a little bit more attacking. So I'm considering going slightly more direct. I think I will. I mean, it worked pretty well against Dortmund. And I think we can create, I don't know. Maybe not with Van Dijk at the back. Like, we got really good players in the air, but Van Dijk's like a freak. So we're still probably not going to win those headers. So I think I will actually go standard. There might not be a lot of changes I actually make. Yeah, because I don't think going direct, like it worked against Dortmund, I don't think it's going to work the same way against Liverpool. I'm going to get stuck in. Definitely going to do that. It's a big match. I want to be physical. So I'm definitely doing that. And I probably am also going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Our center backs are pretty decent in the air. I don't know who they have up top. It's Haaland. Okay. So yeah, he's pretty good in the air as well. And of course, they lose Salah, so they just have to bring in Sadio Mane. Go with the front three of Mbappe, Haaland, Mane. You got to feel for Liverpool at this point. So do I prevent short goalkeeper distribution? Because Haaland's obviously pretty good in the air. So I don't know if I can actually win that. Nasio and Ruan, they're decent, but they're not like dominant in the air. And Haaland's, like Van Dijk, is a freak. So I think the only change we're going to make is to get stuck in. Yeah. All right. I want a little bit of revenge. They knocked us out of the Champions League this last year. We are a round further this year, but again, we have to face Liverpool, which kind of sucks because they're probably the best team in the game, especially with that front three. So, I don't have high expectations. This is going to be tough, especially without Pedro Gonçalves, even though he hasn't really played very well recently, but he's still a good player. So, I don't know. Hopefully we can just get a respectable result in this home leg, give us a chance in the away leg. I think we kind of need to win because I doubt we're going to win away from home. But maybe 2 draws and we win a penalty shootout. That's definitely possible. So, yeah, draw at the worst. If we lose, it's pretty much over. But we're in with a chance. We need to win this competition. So if we're going to do that, this is the likes of the team we're going to have to get past. So, you know what? Why not now? We owe Liverpool after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. I'm going to put it to you straight. Nobody thinks we have a chance today. Nobody believes in us. But they said the same thing when we played Dortmund. And we proved them wrong. We know the level of ability we have in this changing room. We can go toe-to-toe with any team in the world. We gave them a hard go of it last year. And we are a better team today. Go out there and believe in yourselves. Believe in your teammates. And let's go make a statement. Both teams carry some good recent form into this match. How confident are you? We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Liverpool are as good as they come, and will certainly be able to cause us 1 or 2 or 20 problems. How we look to build on an impressive performance last time out against Maritimo. We always want to keep playing well and doing the best we can, and that's much easier after a good performance. You'll head into the semifinal without the services of Pedro Gonçalves and Mateus Nunes. How much more difficult is your task without these 2 key players? In every crisis, there's an opportunity. It's time for the other players to step up and prove their worth. 5 in a row. We can't be going any better. So if we're ever going to do it, obviously I'd rather have our 2 starters available, but this is the time to do it. They don't have Salah. Alexander-Arnold's in the midfield. We got Kamara at the back. Gavardio at left back. That's not a titan of a team right now. Their front three is obviously ridiculous, but we can get at that defense. I think we have a chance today. And the first highlight's going to actually come the side of Liverpool. Starting out from the back, out to Pavard, into Mane. Pavard looking for a ball over the top to Haaland, but we've got the physical ability to hold off Erling Haaland, I believe. We've got the strength, we've got the pace. I think we can hold our own. Haaland's obviously ridiculous. He's going to get his own. Mane, hopefully he's offside. I'm pretty sure he is off. If he's not, it's going to suck, but we'll see. And he's not off. Gosh dang it. Well, that's about the worst thing that could happen. An early goal for Liverpool. Gavardio, deep free kick, or not deep free kick, a deep cross. Mane at the back post, basically completely unmarked. We're not going to see how close he was because the camera image is awesome. But yeah, he's on by a little bit apparently. And we're 1-0 down with their first shot on target. Perfect. Corner for us, Tabata. This is where we need to score. Corners. And we do. And it's Benjamin Sesko. Usually it's Ignacio, but Sesko gets his head on it this time. And he brings us a goal back. We are back in it. 1-1. Yeah, set pieces are going to have to be good for us. I might even play for set pieces. Because we have the likes of Sesko and Sorloth and Ignacio and Ruan and Paulinho. We've got some decent aerial threats. And Liverpool, even though I did kind of mock their back line a little bit, I don't say I mocked them. I said they're maybe not world class. But I mean, they're still going to be hard to break down. So, win this, please. Thank you. So, yeah, I might start playing for set pieces. It depends on how much we are able to create from open play. But Bergman Johannesson, ball in, can't quite find anyone at the back post. Aguilar picks it up, though. Tabata, playing that little bit deeper role this game. Ugarte, Paulinho back to Aguilar. I'd like to see a good game from Aguilar. He's not had the best performances recently. And that won't help. Passes it directly to Fabinho, but we collect it from the goal kick and go back to Aguilar. Better cross, hopefully this time. Finds the head of Sesko, but he heads it over. Close. We've been in this. We are in this as much as Liverpool are so far. I mean, if you look at the match stats, pretty even. Their XG is pretty high, but that Mane goal was like a .7 XG, so that's a lot of their XG. Han, I don't know if I've seen him touch the ball yet. Not a great ball out, but Gomez picks that up. The one thing he's good at is picking up the ball and running through the middle. His physical ability, his technical ability. He could be a danger man bringing the ball out of defense. Oh my gosh. If Mane would have scored that, I think Haaland was offside actually, but if Mane would have scored that from that angle, I would have just quit. Looks like we're going to go into halftime. 1-1. Could have been much worse. I mean, they've dominated us for possession, but I kind of expected that. We actually haven't created any chances. So I think for the second half, even though we've had a fair number of shots, not gotten near enough on target, I mean, we've scored from a set piece. I'm going to start playing for set pieces, I think. Hopefully that can provide a difference, because a 1-1 draw wouldn't be the worst result, but if we can win, we have a chance. I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. You went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the world in that first half. And we end 1-1. We still got another half to play, though. I like what I've seen from set pieces. I don't think they can handle our physical ability. I think we're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster. We need to use that to our advantage. Set the tone, and let's go win this. First highlight, 47th minute. I made a couple changes, ones I probably should have made immediately when I saw that Van Dijk wasn't playing. Their back line is not tall. Nuno Santos, I don't know if he's onside, but he's going to hit it directly at Alisson anyways. And they're going to quickly get it out, but the change I made, I've gone a little bit more direct. The reason I didn't do it is because I figured they'd have Van Dijk at the back, and we wouldn't be winning those aerial battles very often, even though we have very good aerial players. But I've gone slightly more direct. I've started to play from set pieces, and I've started doing long goal kicks because, like I said, their back line is not big. They've got two guys that are like 6 foot tall each, and we have an advantage. We also have an advantage in the pace, but Sorloth puts it just wide. We can definitely set the tone in that, the physicality of our two strikers against Kamara and Gomez. There's an advantage there we can take advantage of. We've been slightly better the second half as well. We have 6 shots to their 2. We've been the better team. And seeing that, they've taken off Alexander-Arnold even for Viliet Svedberg, he's okay, but he's a young player that's probably not quite to that level. I kind of want to go attacking. It might sound crazy, but we've been the better team this second half. I think they've got some weakness in their team right now. Firmino's come on the wing, so no Mbappe. They still have Haaland, which is dangerous, but screw it. I'm going attacking. I want to get this win. In terms of changes to the personnel or the instructions, I don't think I really want to change anything here. I could start floating the crosses, considering they're... Actually, I am going to. Typically, I like mixed because, we're fast and tall, but with how short their center backs are, they are quick, but they are short. So we can definitely win that aerial battle. And I think that's the only thing I'm going to change in terms of instructions. Aguilar's got a knock. What is it? Bruised ankle. He's probably going to be fine, but he hasn't had the best performance and really hurt his fitness. So Escayo's going to come in. And other than that, Ugarte has not played well. Neither really has Santos. I guess I'll bring on Bergantia, playing that deep line playmaker role. And Gonzalo Inacio also has not played well, but I don't think it makes sense to take him off right now. I think those are the only changes I'm going to make. We're We're going to go attacking. We're going to be a little bit aggressive here, but you know what? I want to win this. If we have a chance, I think it's going to take a win. A draw, we're still not in a great position. But a win, it's always possible. It's always possible. Virgil's now on the pitch, so made things a little bit more tough for us. We're going to have an attack, though, it looks like. Tabata's going to look for Sorloth, but he's not going to get there. Fabinho looks like he's also been moved to center back. So he's also actually probably better in the air than the two guys they started with. So that advantage I thought we had with our physicality at the striker position, I think it's kind of gone now. I might change the way we play because of that. Stop trying to go so direct because I still don't think we can beat Virgil van Dijk in an aerial battle. It's like Gomez is playing left back right now. Firmino, who's playing on the wing. Going back for Pacina. If they score here, I'll be really frustrated, especially if it's Svedberg that scores it. Instead, it's going to be Pavard who takes the shot, and it goes over. All right, I'm going to stop going slightly more direct. I'm still going to play for set pieces, I think. Other than that, I'm going to stop taking long kicks, and those are really the only changes I'll make. I'll just revert those changes with Van Dijk on the pitch. And in terms of personnel, I mean, if I'm going to make a change, now's probably the time to do it. But I kind of want to bring in Daryl Dike. But the strikers have played well. So, I mean, I could. Might be dangerous, but something I could do. Santos hasn't played well. I could go with 3 up top. It might be a little bit crazy. But, I mean, if anyone's going to change this game, it's probably going to be Daryl Dike. Our midfield options aren't great. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to really go for this. We've been the better team in the second half. So DK's coming on the pitch. Sorloth's going to play that complete forward on... Do I play him on support or attack? I'm still going to play him on attack. I'm going to go all 3 on attack. Poacher for DK. Advanced forward Sesko. Complete forward attack Sorloth. I'm going to be a little bit more reserved with our fullbacks because we have that 3 at the top. Put them on wingback support. They still get forward enough to put in crosses. I might even tell them to cross more with the 3 guys we have in the box, even though they have Van Dijk. If it's not Van Dijk they get matched up on, we have a chance. And with 3 strikers up there, 3 very big strikers, especially if we can get back post crosses to fullbacks, like putting DK or Sesko on a fullback, that is a huge advantage. All right, we're going to go for this. I want to win this match. We got 9 minutes and added time. Let's see what happens. 4 minutes of added time. I don't know. Let's look at their opposition. Let's look what they're going with right now. I think they're playing the same way pretty much. Kamara and Van Dijk are now at center back. I guess Fabinho wasn't there. He was just kind of out of position a little bit. Gomez is at left back. Pavard at right back. So they're not terrible in terms of their fullbacks in terms of order of like a physical battle. Like 2 guys that are naturally center backs as well. So I don't know if we have a huge advantage there, but I'm going to go slightly more direct. We don't have a whole lot of time, so I want to get the ball forward. I'm going to stop playing for set pieces. I feel like that wastes time a little bit. I don't want to waste time. I'll look to be more expressive. I'm going to distribute to Sorloth. I think that makes sense. And, I'm pretty sure it's still Holland, right? Yeah, it's still Holland. I don't think I want to press the higher line. I think I'm just going to go with this. Defensively, it's done all right for us. Don't have much time left. Hopefully, we can get a highlight. Hopefully, it's not for Liverpool. A 1-1 draw wouldn't be the worst result, but there is going to be a highlight, and it's going to at least start with Liverpool. Throwing down this right-hand side. This is probably the last highlight of the match. So, hopefully, it's not going to be a winner for Liverpool. Pacina has a chance for it to be, and it is. I've never had a team give up so many late goals. It seems like every team in every big game scores a late winner against us. I don't understand. I literally don't understand. Yeah, we went a little bit more attacking, but I don't think moving the attacking midfielder to striker caused them to score that goal. Defensively, it didn't really change much for us. That's pretty much it. With a loss, I don't think we stand a chance. We gave them a game, but we probably should have done better. I don't have any more subs, so I got to go more attacking, though. We don't have much time. There could be one highlight. I don't think them scoring another goal is going to change anything. So us getting a goal could make a difference. So I'm going attacking. Going very attacking. Extremely direct. I'm going to go a little bit narrower. Make sure to take long kicks. Time to push up the line. Hit all the buttons. I'm not going to do tighter marking, but I'll hit every other button. We need a goal, and I doubt it's going to happen. Freaking 93rd minute winner for Liverpool. Let's see how this even happened. Kamara puts it out wide for Firmino. I mean, I think that's the left back playing very narrow right there. But Inacio, I don't know what the freaking center backs are doing here. Two guys marking Haaland. I know he's good, but the positioning of both these guys is just dreadful. And I think that's what results in the goal. Ruan is so out of position here. He's only caring about Haaland while they have a three-man advantage over here. He's not doing anything to help. They play the ball through to Pessina. Ruan is completely out of position, and they score. That is 100% on Ruan. Nothing's going to happen. A little bit more out of time because of the goal, but we don't do anything. Liverpool get the win. In the end, they really piled it on there at the end of that second half. They probably deserved it. Look at the XG. It probably should have been a draw. But they created more chances. They had more shots on target, more shots, a lot more possession. 94th minute winner. So frustrating. Hugo Sousa with a 6.3, by the way. Awesome. Unlucky, boys. It would have been nice to win, but ultimately it wasn't to be. Saying that, I'm still a little bit frustrated. We went toe-to-toe with Liverpool and deserve so much more. But late goals are becoming a trend. We cannot keep losing our concentration defensively late in the matches and putting ourselves out of position because teams like Liverpool are going to go for the throat. They're going to take those chances 100% of the time. And that's where we differ. We had chances today, and we didn't take them. You cannot do that against a team of this quality and expect to walk away with anything. You've left yourself everything to do in this away leg. That's going to be the hardest match of your lives. So I'm expecting a 90-minute performance at the best of your ability. You didn't do that today, and the result shows. Tell us, Ryan, what happened out there today? I'm not going to say we did enough to deserve a victory, because we didn't. We did enough to deserve a point, but congratulations to Liverpool. I'm happy enough. There are a lot of positives to take away. We were in this match, but cannot keep conceding late like that. Your team conceded an extremely late goal today to cost you the result. Were you surprised that so much stoppage time was added? Regardless of how much time there should have been, we weren't good enough at that stage of the game. Once again, a late goal has ruined your day. How will that moment affect the team? We know we deserved more, so it's up to us to channel that frustration positively. That's one of the best, answers I've seen on this game in terms of press conference questions. But so frustrating. Aguilar at 1 to 2 days. That's fine. Late defeat does not set us up well for this Portimonense match. And I don't see a realm. Liverpool are going to have to play a B team and they're going to have to fall apart if we're going to beat them away from home. I just don't see it happening. But, anything's possible. We've shown we can score a lot of goals against very good teams, but not consistently enough. And I don't know. I'm not confident. We got Portimonense next. We're going to have to win, and Benfica are going to have to drop points, or we are going to miss out on multiple competitions this year. All right, it is time to put that disappointment of a Liverpool game behind us and win this match against Portimonense. We need to win, and we need help. But, I'll be a little bit annoyed if we don't win the league for the third straight year. We definitely should be better this year. We should have won the league. But, at least we ended the season right. We did everything we could. We won every single game to end this season. Benfica were just too good, and sometimes that's going to be the case. So, we're not going to win nearly as many trophies as I would hope for. But I just want to win today. Give ourselves a chance. They choked last year. It's possible, but in terms of lineup, going not exactly the same, but still pretty strong. DK comes in for Sorloth. Sorloth hasn't played particularly well recently anyways, and DK is just a god, so I'm fine with him starting. Brigantia's going to come in for Ugarte because Ugarte was not good in that last match. So I don't see a reason to start him. Other than that, Tabata and Santos still keep their positions. Dyer comes in for Polina. I think he's a fine backup. Escaio's going to come in because Aguilar's not fully fit because of that slight knock he took. And Vinagre's going to come in at left back. Player I trust that's been pretty good for us this season. Going to keep our starting center-back pairing, Inacio and Ruan, even though Inacio's had for all the games we won, Inacio's had a pretty dreadful end of the season. 6.72 in his last 5. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's just been straight up terrible. So, and Ruan's actually, his ratings have been good, 7.44. I don't know why he got a good rating that last match, considering that last goal was basically 100% him. But a game doesn't put that into perspective, I guess. Souza, we need a bounce back performance from him because he was not good against Liverpool. I just want to win it, do everything we can. I feel a little bit frustrated, especially if we drop points here and Benfica drop points. I'll be super frustrated, but win every game we can and hope everything else falls into place. Let's do it. Portimonense are 17th in the form table. Well, we're 2nd. Make that count today. I know we're going to require a little bit of help if we're going to win this league again. But don't give up hope. We still have to do our job today. Let's win this match and put some pressure on Benfica. No matter what happens, I'm proud of how you've ended this season. Don't let up today. First highlight's going to be a free kick, actually, for Tabata. Pretty decent spot to have it, but nothing comes directly from it. But we get the ball back into the box, and Tabata's going to be fouled. And that's going to be a penalty. And we don't have Sorloth on the pitch, so I think it's actually going to be DK that takes it. Or Tabata. I'm not sure which one exactly. I think it is going to be DK. He's actually got a pretty good penalty record. It's actually Tabata. I almost would have preferred DK. I think his penalty record's a little bit better than Tabata's has been. But he's going to take, and he's going to score. All right, 3 minutes in. We already have an advantage. But I don't want to slow down from here. I want to put in a really good performance because if we're going to have any chance of beating Liverpool, we're going to have to be feeling good. We're going to have to be having, coming off some really good performances. So, good form is going to be very important. We've absolutely dominated this match so far. 30 minutes in, we've already had 10 shots, and Portimonense have 0. And if that's going to count, we're going to have 2 goals. Dyer with what might be his first goal of the season. Let's see if it's offside. I don't think it was, actually. My first instinct was that he was onside. But let's see. I'd like to get this goal, and it's going to be awarded. We get the goal. Is it his first? It is Eric Dyer's first goal back at Sporting for his second stint. Header at the back post. Good finish. 2-0 advantage, and they've literally done nothing. This is exactly how I wanted this match to go. Inacio into Brigantia. Another highlight here, and Vinagre is going to lose it in a bad spot. Can't be doing that. That's definitely why he's not the starter. But DK does well to get it back eventually. His physical ability, even in pressing and everything like that, he's very good. And he's going to be through on goal. Tight angle, though. Can't blame him too much. Wait, there's going to be a foul somewhere. I think it's in the build-up, maybe? So we're going to get a free kick? I've never really seen this. This doesn't happen very often, but it is a free kick. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. Looks like we are. We haven't scored a direct free kick in my entire time here. And it's not going to start today. That was a decent opportunity, though. Decent chance. He did pretty well to get that there, but goalkeeper made a really good save. And it looks like we're going to have at least one more highlight before the end of the first half. Throw in, down this left-hand side. Inacio is going to find Vinagre. Going to look to get to the byline. He does have a good cross on him. He finds Sesko, who heads it directly to the goalkeeper. Expecting to do a little bit better there. That was a free header. And the highlight's not going to stop, though. They're going to go long, and Inacio is going to lose the header. He's going to miss it completely. But Vinagre cleans up after him, and we're going to play the ball forward again. DK looking to hold up the ball a little bit, finds Tabata. He's going to go all the way out wide to Vinagre. Got a few men forward. Vinagre can put in a good cross here. It's going to be along the ground, and Sesko actually is going to get blocked this time. That's why I do mixed crosses, because we have the physical ability both in pace and strength and aerial ability and everything like that to win both floated balls and those balls along the ground. And we've got the technique as well to be able to finish those. So, I think it's been pretty good for us. But what a dominating first half. Really, we probably should be leading by more. The XG, we're pretty close to the XG, but 18 shots, 2 goals. We need to be better in front of goal. If we have any chance of beating Liverpool, we're not going to get 18 shots in the entire game against Liverpool. So, we're going to have to take the chances we get. We've not done that quite well enough today, but hopefully we can be a little bit better in the second half. I'm pleased. We've created loads, and the scoreboard reflects that. Saying that, we should probably have 1 or 2 more goals. We probably aren't going to have 18 shots in the entire match against Liverpool, and 2 goals might not cut it. So we're going to have to be more clinical. We've got an entire 45 minutes to work on that. I want to see some improvement. We're 70 minutes in, and Portimonense are still yet to have a single shot. A very good defensive performance, but we're going to need more than a good defensive performance if we're going to beat Liverpool. We need to score, and we've had far too many chances to only have 2 goals. This isn't super encouraging, but, I mean, technically they've played well. Almost everyone but Descayo's played well, but we're going to have to be better. We're going to have to put in an even better performance if we have any chance of getting to a Champions League final. Before we get there, though, we've got to beat Portimonense, and they have the ball down this left-hand side. We know we like to concede late goals, and there's the first. 71 minutes in, their literal first shot, a goal. Because of course it is. That is always the case. So frustrating. It's so dumb. 4 minutes of added time. Not much has happened in the second half, at least for a while. 26 shots, 11 on target, 3 XG, 2 goals. That is not gonna cut it. That is just... And I can guarantee you, Portimonense's goalkeeper isn't in the same realm as Liverpool's. Alisson is probably 20 times the player that Olsen Pedersen is. We aren't a lot better. We don't stand a chance against Liverpool. But we did what was needed of us today. We got the win, put a little bit of pressure on Benfica. Now we just got to hope they choke again. That was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance from you. You were fantastic in that first half, but that second half was unacceptable. Was no one listening at my halftime team talk? If you play like that against Liverpool, you're going to be laughed off the pitch. How do you think the match went from a tactical perspective? I learned a lot about my team, and I've definitely got plenty to think about now, especially about how they suck in front of goal. Did Bruno Tabatz's early goal shape the way the match ended up playing out? An early goal is always a bonus and helped us on our way. Not a good performance, though. The first half was encouraging. Then we completely crapped our pants in the second. But Benfica, we still have put the pressure on them. They have to win. Any drop points, and we're in with a chance. Training. Who's the man of the match from that game? I think it was Vinagre. It was. He gets an assist and 6 key passes. Good game from Vinagre. Can't praise him for his passing. Oh, there it is. Quality pass. Sure. All right. Liverpool in 5 days, but we need to advance to see what Benfica does. I think I've got a press conference first. I'll go through that, and then I'll get back to you, and Benfica's ready to play. Wow, I'm in the middle of a press conference, and I didn't realize this. We have made it an astonishing 60 league matches since our last defeat at home. That is ridiculous. I mean, especially considering we've had to play, Benfica and Porto. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, it's time. Benfica Belenenses. Benfica are away from home. We desperately need Belenenses to do a little bit of a favor here. Please. Please drop points, Benfica. They haven't dropped any points at the end of this season. Did they? They haven't said they won the league yet, so either they dropped points or it hasn't actually been played yet. Let's keep advancing. I think it will show it if they do play, so I think they just hadn't played yet. Or have they? I'm so nervous. Okay. Well, they played, and Benfica smashed them. 3-0. Benfica win the league. We cannot win it for the 3rd consecutive season. But, based on this Porto match, we could be guaranteed 2nd place, which is still Champions League football. We just have to go through the qualifiers. When do Porto play? Are they playing the next day or something? Because that match is also kind of important. They're playing Chavez on the 4th. So, I haven't said anything about Benfica winning the league, but I'm pretty sure they have. They are 4 points clear with one. Okay, there you go. Champions. All right, let's advance to this Porto match. This match is pretty important as well. I mean, 2nd place is very important because 3rd place is Europa League. It used to be Champions League. That's no longer the case. Porto plays Chavez away from home. I doubt they're going to lose this match, but... And again, it's going to take a couple of clicks. Maybe I probably should be resting players as well. Liverpool's coming up in just a few days, but... This is important as well. All right. Surely now. Hello? Come on. It's a draw. We're finishing second. We are guaranteed second in the league. We will be having Champions League football next season. Maybe not group stage. We still have to go through the qualifiers to get there. But we are guaranteed Champions League football. Good. I think we really should be getting Champions League football. Nate, what a match this is, by the way. Nothing until the 83rd minute. And then Chavez go 2-0 up. And Porto scored 2 goals in a minute to get the job, even though that doesn't help them at all. Literally, it doesn't. Yeah. A draw versus a loss wouldn't have changed anything for them. They're not getting caught by Rio Ave. And they're not catching us if they don't win. So they're finishing third. They're going to get Europa League. I think they're going to go in the group stage. I think that's how it works. Maybe not even that, actually. I'm going to check. I don't think they actually even get group stage of the Europa League in third. It's kind of ridiculous. No. Europa League playoff. Which is, I think, the last stage before the group stage. But, yeah, they don't even get group stage football necessarily. Next year we have $46 million and $1.6 million in the wage budget. The Europa League place will go to the league. Oh, yeah. So, what does that mean for Porto? I wonder. I think, yeah, I don't know how that actually works. So I think this is a group stage spot. Whoever wins the Touch to Portugal. Obviously, we've finished first and second, so we both got Champions League. How much money do we have in the wage budget? Pretty similar to what we already have. So they haven't really added much money to the wage budget. Transfer budget, still quite a high, but we're still going to have trouble spending it. In terms of where I'll come back, I mean, obviously the league match is unimportant. We cannot move anywhere. Definitely going to have to come back for Liverpool. I guess I'll do Liverpool and Benfica. Touch to Portugal. We kind of need the silverware now. We've got, 2 pieces, I think. We've won the Super Cup, or the Super Taka, and we won the Allianz Cup. So we at least have 2 bits of silverware, neither of which do I really care about. Touch to Portugal would be nice, especially if we can beat Benfica to get it. But Liverpool, I mean, it's going to have to be the best performance we've ever seen from us, because anything less than that, and we're going to lose. So I'll see you for that. I'm not super optimistic based on how that first leg went, but with this team, with the strike, 3 that we have, we're always in with a chance. Fingers crossed. I'll see you next time for that. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.